Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. So glad you all are here listening to a little Marvin Gaye. What's going on? That's what I want to know. What's going on today, everybody? What's going on in your life? So we're going to talk tonight. This is your host, Robin, and tonight, welcome to Relationship Cake and Ice Cream. We are going to talk about my book, Secrets. This book is about sexual abuse. Um, we know it's a lot of that going on. Has been for generations. Is not new. A lot of women hide their story. Don't want to talk about it. This book is a series of short stories dealing with situations of sexual abuse. And I hope this book will allow others to open up about their own stories. So let me start. I'm going to read this poem to you all. I'm going to start there. So let me read a little bit. You're not who I thought you were. Who are you? I thought you were the man that would love me forever. I thought you were the man that would protect me. I cannot imagine that you would be the man that would abuse me with fists, open hands, feet, punches, slaps, kicks. Who are you? I thought you were the man that I loved. I thought you were the man that would not let anyone hurt me. I could not imagine you would be the one to blacken my eyes, break my arm, bloody my face, and fracture my ribs. Who are you? You are definitely not the man I thought you were. You are someone else, a lie and a liar. Who are you? Where is that man I fell in love with? What happened to him? Was he a fake and a phony, insecure, a grown up child? Who are you? I don't need to know. I just want to go. Take my love with me, no more. Who are you? Not who I made myself believe you were. And that's the story for a lot of people when it comes to sexual abuse. Most of the stories in this book are based on some type of situation that I know personally or have heard of over the course of my life. And some of them I expounded on them, some of them I didn't. The very first story, Secret One, which is a very interesting story, is my story. So I'll just give you a little short synopsis about Secret One. Secret One focuses on a woman who all her life had this vision. The vision was recurring constantly. It's like a waking dream. It stays in your mind. You see it over and over again, but you don't know what it is. You don't know where it came from. You don't know the facts of it. You only know you continue to see it in your mind over and over and over again as if it's a scene from a movie. But you can't, it's not anything that really worries you, but it's something you want to know why it's there. So that's kind of my story. And I walked around with that waking dream, vision, whatever you want to call it, all my life. That vision did not ever get resolved until I was pregnant with my second child. And, it's interesting how life forces has a way of bringing the truth about certain things to the surface. When the truth manifested, it was something you couldn't even imagine that it would be the truth. And even now, I don't have all the pieces to the puzzle, but the pieces that I did get solved the puzzle of what that was a vision of for me. So it's amazing that certain forces in this world create certain situations that is going to lead back to the truth of another situation that a person has no idea that it existed or cannot remember that it had even happened or existed. So, my story, when I got pregnant with my second child, it helped to resolve that vision because the circumstances that came to be involved a doctor just asking a simple question, and that question opened the door to the truth because what he was asking wasn't even imaginable. I had no memory of anything that could possibly relate to what he was asking. So that made me have to turn and ask my own mother, who she had been carrying that burden of that secret with her since I was a child. I didn't remember anything about ever being abused, um, that I can put my finger on, but the vision of some of the circumstances was there, but the actual abuse I could not remember. So, my mother had to carry that secret around with her. I probably burdened her. I can't imagine, the guilt that she felt in reference to it and whatnot. But it helped me because I needed a resolution to that vision. So I wound up getting a resolution to that vision, and I wrote about it when I wrote Secret One. Okay, I hope this book, I dedicate this book. Let me just read this. We are living in a time when women are starting to speak out about their unwanted sexual experiences. To speak out takes courage. Many women continue to live in silence, scared to speak of the sexual abuse that changed them forever. Sexual abuse is a silent killer, killer of the soul, of their character. It robs a person of their self worth and can be a predictor of poor choices. Many abused women in abusive relationships. Healing takes time, a lot of it. To know and believe you did not cause the abuse is necessary for healing. The best way to stop sexual abuse is to stop expecting little girls to be pretty and quiet. No more should little girls suffer in silence. Stop protecting men who we love but are abusive. Let's end this cycle of sexual abuse today. Speak up and speak out. Okay, that's what has to happen. They have to speak up and speak out. So let me just read Secret 2, give you a synopsis about Secret 2. Secret 2 starts off with a little girl being shocked. So let's talk about that. Was she shocked? She was shocked beyond belief. Her mother, a lesbian, she didn't believe it. It wasn't possible. She was only 12 when she got the news. It was delivered in unexpected fashion. She heard her uncle say, "She is not my sister, she's gay." Her uncle was speaking to his mother, Rosalind's grandmother. He was speaking of her mother. Rosalind screamed out in the night and then lied, silent in bed. It was 4 a.m. and she should have been asleep, but she was a very light sleeper and woke easily. Her grandmother tried to talk to her, but Rosalind would not answer her. She stayed in her bed silent and refused to speak to her grandmother. Rosalind was shocked. Okay, so secret number 2 is about a little 12-year-old girl who finds out unexpectedly from a conversation she hears her uncle and her grandmother have about her mother being gay. So that's secret number 2. So that was a secret that I know firsthand about. So let's talk about secret number 3. Secret number 3 starts off paragraph 1. Trouble was with child again. That's what the people that love to call her. Her real name was Nisha Mitchell. She was fierce, able to do anything she wanted, college educated with an advanced degree. She wasn't working right now, though. All she was doing was sitting around in the house. She didn't want any commitment to an employer. It would interfere with her everyday activity of getting high. She didn't know whether to be elated or sad about the pregnancy. She would have the baby, though. She knew she shouldn't be keeping it. It. That's how she referred to the baby. She didn't have time for no baby, no bottles, no diapers, babysitters, hospital visits, and doctor appointments. Trouble was on drugs, cocaine, and alcohol. Those were her vices, her way of life. She had tried recovery once before when she was pregnant the last time. She went right back to what she was doing after the baby was born. This pregnancy would be her secret, though. This was between her and this unborn child. No one else would have to know. So there you are, secret number three. She was having a baby, and that was her secret. She knew she shouldn't be having that baby because her life didn't dictate that she would be able to take care of a baby. So that's secret number three. So I'm just trying to give you all a little synopsis about this book, Secret. It's really an interesting book about people and their secrets they live with, carry around, and how it affects their decisions every day of their life. Because you can't be abused sexually and don't think it doesn't affect your life, because it does. It affects every decision you make from that point on, good or bad, is going to affect those decisions. Sexual abuse is not something that you can shake. As I said in the beginning, it takes time, it takes you confronting it, it takes you confronting your own feelings about it so that you can get past it and live a fulfilling life. Because otherwise, sexual abuse is a silent killer. You walk around with it, it hurts you, hurt your heart, hurt your decisions. You're unable to have good relationships, and you're unable to trust people because of that. So let's talk about secret number four. Secret number four is almost every woman's story that was abused when they was a child. Secret number four. The victim was 8 years old when it started. Her name was Innocence. She was a beautiful little girl. Nothing extraordinary, but beautiful. Her skin was like a coffee color, smooth, no marks of scars. She had beautiful, long, thick, black, wavy hair. Her eyes were like black onyx. When she looked at you, she looked as if she could see your soul. She had strong features. Her nose was prominent, spread like an eagle's wings across her face with high cheekbones. Her lips were thin, like a white woman's before Botox. She was tall for an 8-year-old. Sometimes people thought she was around 11 years old. She was very mature for her age in her speech and mannerisms. She was not fresh, very respectful and loving. So there's a hint about Secret 4 in the fact that her name was Innocence and she was 8. All right. A little girl, just a baby, that somebody thought it was all right to violate. It shouldn't have happened. But you have to read it to find out, because Innocence is going to end up with a secret of her own at the end of that story. All of these secrets are very short, maybe 3 or 4 pages, but they're very to the point, very interesting. I leave you wondering. All right, I have one more. I'm going to read one more for you all, and then I'm going to sum it up. So we have secret number, let me see, which one do I really want to really delve into? Oh, let's do secret number 7. Okay, secret number 7. He left her at the altar, pregnant with his baby, and ran off with her, the other woman. Imagine that.